I see beauty in art when I can see the raw human emotion. To me, beauty is when human qualities are apparent and real aspects of life show. Suffering, loss, fear, love, happiness, joy, death, birth, all of these are captured in art. Whether it's in a solemn, still picture or portrayed through the elegance and grace of dance, art is real to me. Flaws, imperfection, color, darkness, and light all contribute to the transparency of emotion in art. It's relatable, it's real, it's raw, it's human. I can look at something and say, I've felt that, I've been there, I understand, I know. I can remember the things I've buried deep inside. To me, art that evokes an emotion can touch the very depths of myself that remain hidden to the rest of the world. But the rest of the world doesn't need to know. It can be my secret that a piece of art so drenched in the beauty of humanity can touch my heart. In portraits, song, dance, and sculpture, art is everywhere, waiting for us to take notice of what it has to offer. Relate to it and keep it close, because art is us. It's you, it's me, it's human.
I see beauty in art when I watch a ballerina dance effortlessly across the stage, or when I'm out on a hike and see the vibrancy of colors occurring in nature, or when I watch as hours of practice unfold a flawless play. But ultimately, the most prominent experience of art for me has been through photography. In my philosophy class last semester, we had to read an article by the philosopher Roger Scruton that discussed the controversy as to whether or not photography should be classified as an art form. I'll admit I didn't know how to respond, as his argument was well developed. But this intro course has taught me the exact opposite of Scruton's argument. Art is many forms. From dancing, to theater, to music, to painting, and even to photography. The list goes on. Art is an expression, and it is through the things and moments that I choose to capture that I express myself. As a photographer, I have come to know about concepts such as lighting, hue, space, line, symmetry, and value. I have to use perspective to show relationship between objects and to attempt to play with reality and change people's literal perspectives, even just for a fleeting moment. I use depth of field and focal points in an attempt to draw the viewer's eye to a particular part of the photograph, just as a painter might do. It is through photography that I have come to understand the world around me. I have learned a great deal from photography, such as the splendor of the contrast of colors in nature, the awe of the first stages of life, the beauty in a smile, the excitement of the beginning of a new life together, and the value of joy in life. Without photography, I would not have as great an understanding of the way art can capture and convey such emotions and experiences. Photography has opened the door to experiences of other art forms for me as well, as I have witnessed and thoroughly enjoyed theater productions and music concerts that I was originally attending with the sole purpose of photographing. After being encouraged to take a step out of my comfort zone this semester, and being urged to view the world with a fresh set of eyes, I have come to understand just how prevalent art is in everyday life.
I see beauty in art where there is emotion. It need not be exuberant or intense, it just needs to be honest. Sadness, joy, tranquility, passion, all of these things are beautiful in their own way. I love how emotion becomes the unspoken messages the artist sends to the viewer, and how a new set of emotions emerge from the viewer in response to the performance or work of art. Art found its way into my life in the form of dance. Sometimes my mom jokes that I was born to dance, as before I came about, she and my dad would go ballroom dancing almost every day. Through dance, I have learned about costume design and how textures of fabric can interact to create a sense of movement and stillness, or how color can help convey moods that range from powerful to calm. I've learned the importance of a body's line, extension, and presence in space, and how the rhythm of movement melds to the beat of the music, creating a continuum between the auditory and visual senses. Yet in learning these techniques and rules, I have learned that I am able to do more than dance. The technique becomes the medium through which emotion speaks, allowing the artist to reveal their story of pain, hope, or loss. It allows them to be completely engulfed in that moment, free from the world. More importantly, it has helped me find my place in the world by allowing me to reflect, grow, and experience how beautiful small, honest gestures can be. Dancing has also given me the chance to travel to many cities around the country, and as a result, I have fallen more in love with this place I call home, as well as exploring other cultures and how they communicate their stories. I have come to appreciate the gray yet peaceful Portland mornings, just as I have always loved watching the sunset on a warm night over the Pacific Ocean. Just because something is foreign does not make it any better or worse than what I have grown to know. It is simply unique, and that uniqueness is beautiful. This class has taught me that I am more than just a dancer. I am an artist. It is in the very nature of humans to be expressionistic and imaginative. Creativity is in us and around us, no matter who we are or what we want to do.
I see beauty in art when I look at all the little things that go into creating a great piece of artwork, such as like the small little pencil strokes that go into creating a sketch or a drawing. Ever since I was a kid, I've been drawing cartoons, but even to this day I continue to draw, but I do in the form of sketching, using line, shape, and shading and outlines, and smudging that all together to create like a realistic effect on my artwork. But I've even transpired that into industrial design, where I would create products using nothing but my hands and just going over lines no more than twice, and you had to be completely straight. There was no stencils or rulers or anything like that, so it was all raw. Then you had to take those sketches into Adobe and like actually make them real life using like Illustrator and Photoshop. But beyond like drawing and industrial design, I've also been very interested in photography, where I kind of learned about contrast and just kind of like capturing the raw beauty that surrounds us in everyday life, and that's something that's always interested me throughout my life. And even in high school, I became very interested in film. I even directed, co-produced, a feature-length film called From Monroe's, where we really learned about like storyline and blending all the still pictures that we had to use for the first half of the film to create a motion to the film. And I still continue to learn new aspects of art today, even music like guitar, where we learned about melody and rhythm and how I actually get to tie all that all together when I was learning the guitar. And this will all be very important for when I go into advertising, where we have to learn to creatively market and engage consumers, and it will be important to tie all these art aspects that I've learned together this semester to create a cohesive piece of advertising. I'm just really looking forward to doing this all.